Hi, this is my ToK essay breakdown series for November 2024. In these videos, I'll be unpacking the key terms from the title, as well as looking at the question through the lens of two AOKs. For a much more detailed analysis, examples, and ideas for how to approach this question using the different AOKs and other ToK concepts, feel free to check out the full written guide link in the description. Okay, well, in this video, we'll be looking at Title 1, which is: does our responsibility to acquire knowledge vary according to the area of knowledge? And for this one, you have to talk about history and another AOK of your choice. So let's start with some key terms. The main one being responsibility, which I have defined here as the duty to seek truth and understand information for the purpose of positively impacting individual and societal well-being. So this particular definition has a bit of an epistemic component, seeking truth, and also an ethical dimension, positively impacting individual and societal well-being. Okay, because there are different forms of responsibility when it comes to acquiring knowledge. Speaking of which, you can also define this term, acquire knowledge, which here I've put as the process of obtaining and understanding knowledge. So the key thing here is this question isn't about producing knowledge. So, okay, although producing and acquiring knowledge are overlapping processes, the emphasis here is on learning and understanding as opposed to research and knowledge creation. Okay. You could also define vary, so vary according to the AOK, which here I've put as the priority or emphasis placed on acquiring knowledge, shifts based on the specific demands and utility of each AOK. Now, this could refer to variations in the types of responsibilities across AOKs or the degree to which the same type of responsibility exists across different AOKs. I'd say those are two valid interpretations. Some points or themes you might want to consider when answering this question. First of all, you might want to talk about the importance of acquiring knowledge that has future implications, so things like sustainability, AI, and how this differs across AOKs. If you want to choose the natural sciences as your second area of knowledge, you can discuss the relative importance of gaining scientific literacy versus historical literacy, and maybe how societal expectations about them differ. And finally, we can also think about the implications of not acquiring knowledge. This title is about our responsibility to acquire knowledge, but thinking about the potential negative consequences of failing to do so could be a way to frame your argument, because it can have many negative consequences like missed personal growth, poor decision making, susceptibility to misinformation, and on a wider scale could even lead to hindered societal progress. Let's get into the AOKs now, beginning with history, given that it is the compulsory AOK for this prompt. We can start with the lead-in, so putting the AOK in the context of the question. We might talk about how historical knowledge informs our understanding of everything from religious identity to modern politics and world events, which suggests that we do have a significant responsibility to pursue it, given its impact on current and future contexts. For the claim, here I will say that our responsibility to acquire knowledge in history has a heightened moral dimension compared to other AOKs. So with the claim, you're kind of showing the way you'll be framing the term responsibility for the AOK in question. But anyway, history has a heightened moral dimension because we need to learn about past tragedies in order to ensure that they don't happen again. And in the case of more recent atrocities, such as the Native American residential school scandal, to try and help the healing process for the affected individuals and communities, it's really important for us as a society to learn about these events. For the counterclaim, however, we might say that actually our moral responsibility to learn about historical events and, in particular, tragedies is not only through history, but we also need to do it through the lenses of other AOKs. So, an example of this would be how fully understanding the background to and consequences of the Chernobyl disaster involves engaging not only with history but also the natural sciences. And a really good interdisciplinary account of this particular disaster is Kate Brown's book, Manual for Survival, A Chernobyl Guide to the Future. Really great book. It provides a historical account of the disaster, but also has scientific insights too. Bringing these ideas together in a mini conclusion, we can say that our moral responsibility to learn about the past primarily pertains to history, but can extend to other AOKs as well. For the second AOK, I have chosen human sciences. For the lead in, we can briefly talk about the basis for our responsibility to acquire knowledge in this AOK. The human sciences is crucial because it offers insights into human behavior, societal norms, and cultural interactions. And this understanding aids in addressing societal challenges and informs policy making. For the claim, we can say that societal responsibility is particularly pronounced in this AOK, because when talking about the well-being of individuals and communities, the disciplines in this area place a very strong focus on solving contemporary problems. And a real life example we can use to illustrate this is the growing awareness of mental health issues, especially among Gen Z, which demonstrates the importance of acquiring knowledge in fields like psychology and sociology so that we can better understand these challenges. And ultimately, this aids in the development of relevant policies and support systems. For the counterclaim, however, we might say, well, actually, this societal responsibility is shared across AOKs, especially in interdisciplinary contexts. An example here we can use is music therapy, which, as the name implies, combines art and psychology. And this kind of therapeutic approach demonstrates that in interdisciplinary context, acquiring knowledge for societal benefit is a responsibility that can be equally shared across different AOKs, arguably, as enhancing the well-being of individuals and communities can often require us to draw insights from different fields. Bringing these ideas together in a mini conclusion, though the human sciences place a strong emphasis on tackling specific issues, the responsibility to acquire knowledge for societal benefit can be seen in other AOKs too. Well, I hope you found that useful. If you did, leave a like if you want. And for essay guides as well as personal feedback, feel free to check out my website, toklifeline.com. And thank you very much for watching.